Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
New information on the termination of John Fernandez's contract, plus a man convicted of animal abuse is sentenced in court, and the latest on what's being done to control Guam's brown tree snake population. Hafa Adai and good evening. New details now into what might have led to the termination of John Fernandez as superintendent of education. While Adelup claims politics, the GEB's legal counsel points to Title IX violations. Isa Baza has more.
All we've been told thus far is that an investigation into John Fernandez was launched after a student came forward accusing him of texting her an inappropriate message. The results of that investigation, or so we thought, led to the termination of his contract 2 weeks ago. GEB's legal counsel Gary Gumatautau, however, confirms the final investigation report involved much more than just allegations of a student, but a complaint filed by a teacher 3 years ago. So she filed a sexual harassment complaint against John Fernandez around 2013. Was she fired? As we reported, the investigation involves violations of Title IX, which relates to cases of sexual harassment and sexual assault in school systems. Gumatautau confirms the 2013 incident and the complaint made by the student were part of 5 examples of Title IX violations included in the Bill of Particulars provided to Fernandez's attorney, David Lujan. Meanwhile, the termination of Fernandez's contract has been met with public outcry from students who have launched a Save Our Superintendent movement, to the halls of Adelup, where Governor Eddie Calvo has called for the resignation of his 3 appointed board members, 2 of whom have since stepped down. The governor has gone so far as claiming politics were involved. His chief policy advisor, Troy Torres, goes so far as alleging Bernadette Stern-Meno leaked the investigation report to the media. Attorney Gumatautau confirms she was involved with the investigation, but denies she leaked the report to the media.
No, we didn't leak any of that. My contention has been one of the board members did. I said that from the beginning.
Okay, but she does work at your office.
What's that?
But she does work at your office.
She does work for me sometimes.
Meno is a longtime former investigative journalist. She worked for former Governor Felix Camacho, campaigned for Gumatautau in 2014 when he ran for lieutenant governor with former Governor Carl Gutierrez. She also has a pending case before the Civil Service Commission related to her termination from the Port Authority several years ago. And according to the legislature's latest staffing pattern, she currently works for Senator Frank Blas Jr.
Of course they're going to say that. They hate her. They're the ones that got her fired at the board.
Let's face it, this was a whole politically hatched, politically botched event against John Fernandez.
Torres said this may be because Fernandez was eyed to run in the next gubernatorial election. Regardless of who may have leaked the report, no one really knows why Fernandez's contract was terminated. He is currently still being paid to be on administrative leave until the process is completed. He has been provided a bill of particulars outlining the reasons for his termination, and a public hearing, which is required, has not yet been scheduled. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
The woman accused of killing 3 girls in a hit-and-run crash in Chico back in November of 2014 will face a jury later this month. As reported, Guadalupe Gorong initially fled the scene but turned herself in shortly after. She appeared in court today alongside attorney Randy Cunliffe. Gorong faces 3 counts each of manslaughter, negligent homicide, reckless driving with injuries, and reckless conduct for the deaths of 19-year-old Cherica Gallen, 16-year-old Sally Santos, and 16-year-old Julia George. Jury trial and selection starts on October 24th and is scheduled to run through November 4th. A hearing for the man convicted of brutally beating a pair of bully dogs gets heated. Crystal Paco reports.
Emotions ran high in what should have been a sentencing hearing for convicted animal abuser Stephen Paul Cepeda Borja. As per his plea agreement, Borja faces up to 10 years behind bars for brutally beating American Pit Bull Terriers Rex and Lucky back in September 2015. The beating was caught on camera and garnered thousands of views on social media. On the stand on Tuesday to authenticate the video was the dog's owner, Alfredo Bustamante. Although he did not record the video, Bustamante could identify for the court his yard and his pets, as well as Borja, the man he hired as a caretaker for his dogs. Prior to Bustamante taking the stand, veterinarian and owner of Wise Owl Animal Hospital, Dr. Joel Joseph, testified on the multiple injuries he treated the dogs for, including a broken leg, bruised ribs, and damaged kidneys. According to Dr. Joseph, Lucky sustained injuries similar to falling off a third-story building. As for Rex, his injuries mirrored that of getting hit by a car. Although Borja is responsible for the severe injuries to the pair of dogs, Dr. Joseph testified that it was the dog's owner who failed to follow doctor's orders, and as a result, the dogs did not fully recover from the incident. Dr. Joseph specifically cited a Facebook video of Bustamante playing frisbee with one of the wounded dogs, just days after he was released from medical care. Dr. Joseph testified that Bustamante abandoned Rex, citing his failure to pay the medical expenses or change the dog's cast, which was full of mold and feces. When confronted by defense attorney Suresh Sampath on Tuesday, Bustamante raised his voice and threatened to kill Borja for the harm he caused to his pets. Quote, "This guy almost killed my dogs," end quote. His actions prompted marshals to step in and Judge Linda Ingalls to call for recess. Quote, "Get him under control," end quote. Sentencing was continued to November 4. We should note the unpaid medical bills have resulted in another case at the small claims courtroom between Bustamante and Wise Owl Animal Hospital. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
A convicted thief is transferred to the feds for deportation. Today, Governor Eddie Calvo commuted the sentence for Jack Saichi, a citizen of the Federated States of Micronesia, who was serving time for second-degree robbery as a felony. In 2012, Saisachi tackled a woman who was jogging and took her money. He was sentenced in 2014 to 6 years in prison and scheduled to be released in 2 years. He was also arrested before on several other charges. U.S. Immigration's placed a detainer on him where the feds identified his recent offenses as qualifying for deportation. With the governor's commutation of his sentence, this allows for the Department of Corrections to transfer him into the custody of U.S. Immigrations for his deportation. This marks the 12th convict to have either been removed by the governor or transferred into the custody of U.S. Immigrations for deportation. Governor Eddie Calvo, in the meantime, is on his way to Las Vegas to attend a meeting for presidential candidate Donald Trump's Asian Pacific American Advisory Committee. Calvo, along with Northern Mariana Islands Governor Ralph Torres, were selected to serve as co-chairs for the committee. 31 elected, appointed, and grassroots leaders were selected for the committee to provide recommendations on how best to ensure Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders' voices are heard and included in the campaign. Earlier this month, several Guam Democrats urged Governor Calvo to rethink his support for Trump in light of recently leaked lewd comments he made about women. Calvo says while he doesn't agree with those comments, he will not renounce his support for Trump. Governor Calvo will be attending the meeting with the Republican Party's National Committeeman Jay Rojas and National Committeewoman Margaret Metcalf. During this trip, Calvo also plans to meet with federal officials in San Francisco relative to the bond market. Stay tuned. We are back with more news after this.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
At Project Carinu, we work with young children from birth through 5 years of age to improve their social and emotional well-being. We're part of Guam's system of care, and partnering with other programs, your child is our focus.
Project Carinu helped us address our son's social issues. With the different services provided by Project Carinu, our son can express himself more clearly.
Go for the Coco! Register for the Guam Coco Road Races. The all-new Coco Road Race is bigger and better than ever, so join the Coco and start training today. We've added a 10K run walk to the half marathon and Ekiden relay. Run in costume and win cash prizes. Plus, enjoy live entertainment at the post-race Monster Bash after the races. Register online now for the Guam Coco Road Races at guamcocoroadrace.com.
Hey, trying to make sure we're getting ready. Excuse me. Hey, Flacco, what's in the bag?
McDonald's new Mighty Wings.
Those look good. I'll play you for them.
For what, my wings?
First one to miss has to watch the other one eat.
Let's go. Left upright.
I want to eat off the scoreboard through the uprights. Oh, man. Not again.
Cap, you trying to get my wings?
Nah, I'm right here.
What's that noise?
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Hafid and welcome back. Imagine Guam without brown tree snakes. It may not be so far-fetched as it seems. While the problem and efforts to address them isn't entirely new, experts are hoping more community involvement will help get us closer to wiping out this invasive species. Ken Quintanilla has more.
Imagine Guam without brown tree snakes. It's a future Diane Weiss is confident will become a reality.
I've been working in brown tree snakes for 18 years now, and if I didn't believe it was possible, I don't think I'd be here this long.
The wildlife supervisor with the Division of Aquatic and Wildlife Resources out of the Guam Department of Agriculture says, while it's taken years, the drive to wipe out the brown tree snake has to continue due to impacts to Guam's economy and environment.
I work in wildlife, so the biggest impact is unprecedented extinction of an island avifauna. It's happened nowhere else in the world, and people study this issue. We are the poster child for invasive species.
The brown tree snake is responsible for declines in Guam's native forest birds, lizard populations, fruit bat colonies, as well as losses in agriculture and domestic pets. The brown tree snake is not native to Guam and was first introduced following World War II.
I think the brown tree snake has been here so long that we've just become accustomed to it. We've accepted the fact that our birds are gone and that this is the way Guam is and this is our new balance. And, you know, we don't want to be accepting of the current norm.
One way to combat this problem is through Contra y Culebra, or to challenge the snake. Program coordinator Jane Diaz says the program started 3 years ago.
So our awareness program is to get the public involved, get as many different age groups and as many different activities out there that inform about the brown tree snake, but also how, as Guam residents and you know, just people visiting, how they can contribute to the protection of our native animals.
They recently conducted workshops to teach students and teachers about invasive species and its impact. They also plan to work with mayors for village outreaches. Vice for now says Guam remains vulnerable to invasive species, evident by the growing list.
We need to bring back the island of Guam's native species, and we can do this. We can do this, Guam. We're developing the tools in brown tree snake control, and other tools can be brought in to control other pests so that we can bring our species back. They are available, many of them, in the CNMI.
For more information, visit www.dawr.guam.gov or call 735-3981 or 488-7245. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Guam receives over $500,000 for coral reef conservation. Congresswoman Madeline Berdallo announces the funding was possible through the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association or Administration, which provided over $9 million in recommended funding for projects focused on researching climate change, pollution, and fishing impacts. Of that amount, the University of Guam will get about $180,000, and the Guam Bureau of Statistics and Plans Coastal Management will get $371,000 for Guam State and Territory Coral Reef Conservation Cooperative Agreement. Berdallo says coral reefs are essential to our island and our way of life, adding these funds will help keep UOG at the forefront of coral reef research in the region and improve our resilience against climate change. An official soft opening date for the Guam Museum will be decided this week. Galiti Group President Clifford Guzman says they are still looking at sometime in early November to open the first floor of the museum. While they have 100% occupancy, they are trying to complete some minor punch list items. In the meantime, Gita says now that they have the occupancy permit, they will spend the next few months to complete the exhibit on the second floor. He adds they have now ceased the collection of liquidated damages from the contractor. These fees were assessed for every day the opening of the facility was delayed. Since January 2015, Gita has collected $829,000 in liquidated damage fees. The Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority has yet to hear back from local and federal law enforcement agencies on a search warrant issued over the summer. 4 months ago, the FBI, HUD's Office of Inspector General, and the Guam Attorney General's Office served GURA with a search warrant and collected information records from its Sinahanya offices. Executive Director Michael Duenas says while the FBI collected a voluminous amount of documents, they have yet to give back any negative feedback. He does, however, say the FBI does come in regularly for clarification on documents. The search warrant followed the issuance of 19 subpoenas and an over 2-year investigation by the feds related to the conflict of interest violations and the repayment of federal money. In the time that has passed, GURA has conducted ethics training and finds itself with an entirely new board of directors. Duenas tells KUAM they will continue to cooperate with the feds, adding, quote, "We have a clear understanding of all our responsibilities to manage the resources here at GURA." While it's been months since the Festival of Pacific Arts, the Office of Public Accountability is yet to begin its financial review. Following the conclusion of the festivities back in June, the OPA had planned to begin its review 3 months after. Audit Supervisor Rodolyn Gerardo says the OPA hasn't started the post-audit because they are waiting on the closeout report from the FESPAC committee. She adds they are also waiting on the availability of staff as some in the middle of other audits. It was earlier this year when a pre-audit was conducted where procurement violations were found related to the festival huts. FESPAC Committee Chairman and GV President and CEO Nathan DeKnight says the committee will meet soon to go over the finances before the closeout report is completed. The OPA hopes to start the post-audit before the end of this year. Coming up, Chris has the day in sports, and later Heineken launches Cities of the World on Guam.
This is what we do on Guam's best network. We're the filter killers, the likers and sharers, the bingers and Netflix chillers, the tweeters and hashtaggers. GTA has improved their 4G LTE network, covering 95% of the island, delivering faster data speeds, strength and quality, and more reliability than ever. It's just what you need. So switch to GTA and step up to a better network, a strong network that lets you do what you do. GTA, better LTE than ever.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. You can make it all true. And you can make it undo. You see. You only need to know. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do. You know that there are, you know that there are.
Senator Brant McCready continues to address issues head-on that matter most to the people of Guam. Senator McCready has fought to reduce senatorial salaries since his first term in 2013. He fought to eliminate wasteful spending at the legislature by introducing a measure that would prohibit the use of government funds for travel. Senator McCready continues to invest in public safety by introducing legislation to hire 200 new police officers to protect and serve our community. Senator McCready fights for victims of violent crimes by introducing the Vulnerable Victims Act of 2014 and Three Strikes Law. In addition, he defends victims of sexual abuse with the Predator Prevention Act and the Chemical Castration for Sex Offenders Act of 2015. Senator Brant McCready works to protect your family and Guam's future.
Vote for your public safety senator, number 10 on the Republican ballot.
Why don't you train for the Coco's Kids race, bro? Shoo, not even fair, bro. I'll just win that. Boom!
Calling all parents. Sign your kiddos up for this costume run October 29th. Register now at GuamCocoRoadRace.com.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. Step up to GMC and get $8,000 below MSRP on select Yukon Denali vehicles in stock. Visit AutoSpot GMC today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Off today, Chris Barnett, KUAM Sports, presented by Triple J. And the hugest show for you tonight. We got basketball for days. Plus, we'll tell you about a Guam surfer making waves in Hawaii, brother. So let's do it to it, man. Kick it off with a little women's basketball action. Women's Fall Elite Shootout basketball highlights from Tejan High Week 3 action. Slay taking on Fiji Gold. Slay's April Toledo once, twice, 3 times a lady. The three-pointer adding to her team's lead. Fiji Gold back the other way, still fighting to stay in the game. Cameron Hattori. Drano, another 3 from the corner. Brianna Benito with the pass to Carduenius, pulling up for 2 just inside the free throw line. Good patience by the younger squad here to work the ball around to Shania Bulala, who was just chill, waiting for opening. Bulala going window for the 3. Shania looking to take it to the basket this time. Shots off, board by Carduenius. Pass down court to Lindsey Bowman for 2. Slay getting the lopsided win in this one. Shirley's Hoops from Tamuning Outrigger Resort and Midpack taken to the court. Aaron Blas with the loose ball. Pass to Clark Aquino for the easy peasy lay-in. Tomas Calvo drives, bounce pass to Charles Rages. Bang, bang, nothing but net. Aquino returning the favor to Aaron Blas. Elevates for the shot off the backboard. Tomas Calvo again pulling up for the long 2. Ball rims out. Valvano Irwin with the box out inside. The putback is good for 2. Drew Velasco calling for it. Gets the pass at the free throw line. Pump fake Mullard. High release for the bucket over the defender. Herbose, no warm up. Goes in hot. His first shot of the night. 3-pointer. Outrigger pulled away in the second half with a blowout win. Jason Uggan trailing. Cleaning up, clean up, clean up around the glass for the putback. GBA action taking place right now at the OG Calvo Fieldhouse. Triton's hosting MVP. Game started 6 p.m. It's Triton night tonight. Yes, go Tritons. Free T-shirts to the first 300 people to arrive. Free food and refreshments with live music, entertainment, and raffle prizes, including an Apple Watch with the Triton Prep Band. Also making their debut. UOG students, alumni, employees, and all Triton fans are invited to head down to the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse and cheer on the Tritons as they take on MVP in the GBA. The 8th annual Surf the Basin Surf Contest has been rescheduled. with Guahan Napu President Willie Byerly saying conditions are not favorable for the contest, which was slated to be held this weekend at the Boat Basin in Agana. The contest has been moved to November 19th. And on a side note, Guahan Napu's Byerly recently hospitalized, so of course we wish him a speedy recovery and send a warm Sidulas Masi to the nurses at the Guam Regional Medical Center on behalf of the family. And keep it here to KUAM Sports for more info as we get closer to the 8th annual Surf the Basin. Former Del Rentone Athlete of the Week and local surf standout Noah Mendiola is making waves in Hawaii. After competing in several Hawaii Surf Association contests this year, Mendiola now sits atop the HSA rankings in first place in the HSA's Menehune division. Now, the Menehune division for kids age 14 and under, Noah has become a fixture on the Hawaiian contest scene and plans to compete again this year in November and in many more upcoming HSA events. He's often joined by fellow surfers from Guam in these contests to include Every Alexander, J. Rad Gogwi, and Irie Fitzgerald. In fact, Fitzgerald has reached the semifinals in 2 consecutive tournaments. Now, in previous interviews with KUAM Sports, Noah has told us he trains hard for these events, so it's nice to see him accomplish his goals while representing Guam. Now, Noah is the son of Fred and May Mendiola. All right, isn't that special, man? Let's wrap it up here tonight with your Monday Night Football score. Arizona Cardinals 28, New York Jets 3. My name's Chris. You do me a favor, you keep on shining. This has been KUAM Sports, brought to you proudly by Triple J Estagupa. Adios!
These used cars are Nissan certified, and let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale at a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
Hi, I'm Marlon. I'm a college student, a DJ, and a coordinator for Special Olympics. I have many abilities, but because I come with my own wheels, people often see just a disability. We have an opportunity for real representation in the legislature. His name is Ben Santos Servino. Ben has been developing systems of care for most of his life. He will make a difference.
Vote Ben Servino for Senator.
Hafa Day, I'm Roy Respicio. As your senator, I worked hard to find new funding for the hospital, for the schools, for our law enforcement. I support the deportation of all foreign habitual criminals. In this November election, I humbly ask for your vote so I can continue to stand up for you. It's what I've done, and you can count on it.
I would ask my parents, because they would probably say yes. My family members.
Your parents.
Someone you know. You know them better than a stranger. If we ask a stranger, the stranger might take us away. Like when something breaks, you fix it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm Army. Where you're all by yourself. When somebody's by themselves and nobody's with them.
Banking doesn't have to be confusing, even for us grown-ups. At Bank of Guam, we keep it simple. Come see us.
It's Chucktober at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Get a treat bag when you wear your costume to come play. Medium cheese pizzas are just $12, mummy dogs are $3.99, and cotton candy is $1.99. Sign up for the costume contest on the 29th. Enjoy Chucktober at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
For the first time in 27 years, a non-luxury brand has won the prestigious J.D. Power Award for initial quality. And that brand is Kia. That's right, Kia, the automaker that brought you the funky award-winning Soul and the rugged Sportage SUV ranked highest among 33 of the world's best manufacturers. And your new Kia not only comes with award-winning quality, but it's backed up by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Quality comes standard with every Kia from Triple J. Check out our proud Kia lineup online at triplejguam.com. Get pre-approved instantly. triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Afternoon, welcome back. October is Bullying Prevention Month, and in honor of this, the Judiciary of Guam is encouraging the public, you and I, and inviting everyone to take a stand against bullying and participate in Unity Day set for tomorrow. To show unity, students, faculty, staff, and administrators are asked to wear orange. It can be an orange shirt, hat, tie, or even shoelaces. You can also show unity by having friends and family sign a banner with the word unity and hanging it in your classrooms or offices. You can also update your Facebook status to Unity Day, October 19th, or you can share stories and pictures from Unity Day online with the hashtag Unity Day 2016. On Guam, Heineken has launched its global campaign, Cities of the World, with 6 limited edition Heineken bottles and cans. The campaign aims to invite a wide audience to the brand, demonstrating that Heineken is not only a global brand, but also relevant locally. IWS brand manager Jessica Leon Guerrero.
Has been on a Heineken bottle. And so for Island Wines and Spirits, we're very excited about it. We're going to be doing local activations as well to continue to promote it locally. In the market, you'll see it that it's already available in retailers and also on-premise locations, bars and hotels. But some on-premise activation we're going to do is also show people that for Guam, we're really a destination to take advantage of.
The Guam bottle and cans will be featured in various destinations in the Asia-Pacific region to include Fiji, Nepal, Singapore, and Labuan. And before we close out the news tonight, of course, we've got your birthday shout-outs and the newest members to the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. And happy 20th birthday going out to Megan Boswell. Happy 3rd birthday to Sadie Nadine Cruz. Lots of love, your family. You too can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just head on over to our website. And that is going to do it for us here on Primetime. But please stay tuned because Isa Baza is up next with our Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of Extra. Good night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Afternoon, welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza, so glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, I introduce you to my Core 6 classmate, Monica, and she updates us on her progress at the fitness program at Paradise Fitness Center. We also catch up with Chris on his progress. But first, here's this week's Health Check report with Joan of Incharfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
On Friday, October 21st, the stations of KUAM will celebrate our 3rd annual Think Pink Day in commemoration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Think Pink Day began 3 years ago to commemorate the birthday of our office manager and breast cancer survivor, Christy Sinagastine.
When we found out we had breast cancer, my daughter really was not, she didn't want to believe it, I, on the other hand, because of the history in our family of cancer, I ran with it. I needed to fight, because I wanted to be here. I still want to be here for my children, for my husband, for my family. So honestly, I've just been nonstop, still pushing forward, just, sharing my story with other women, that have the same situation or are going through, the treatments, just giving the advice, to help them get through it.
With the support and encouragement from her family, friends, and coworkers, she has persevered as a cancer warrior.
Following what my doctor's been telling me what to do. I see my doc every 3 to 6 months. I'm avid about that, making sure that all my lab works are great.
Sinagastine, who has been with KUAM for 18 years, says along with routine checkups and visits to her doctor, both she and her husband have changed up their eating habits and exercise regimen.
Actually, we just finished doing a paleo challenge, a 30-day paleo challenge, and we extended it beyond that. And it's been great. We've started doing CrossFit lately. Took a break because we were on a trip just recently, but we're ready to get back into it.
And with it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, she can't stress enough the importance of regular checkups.
You know your body best, and if you feel anything, if you sense anything, get it checked. do your self-examinations, your monthly self-examinations, have your annual mammograms done. And again, you know your body best. If you feel something's wrong, go in and get it checked.
On Friday, our team will wear pink, provide awareness tips, features, and give tributes to both survivors and those we've lost. We invite you and the entire community to join us by wearing pink and posting up your special tributes in support of survivors and those you have lost using the hashtag ThinkPinkGuam across all social media platforms. We've also created a special sign you can download and customize on www.kuam.com. With this week's Health Check Report, I'm Jonah Goncharfris.
Thanks, Joan. Well, stay tuned. I introduce you to Monica from Core 6 Fitness Program after the break.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
I am Narissa Underwood. As a mother, a grandmother, an educator, and your friend, I understand the difficulties of raising a family and helping others in difficult times. I understand the frustration of seeing government choosing the wrong priorities while you are forced to make tough choices. I know the disappointment of seeing your pay stay flat while top officials raise theirs. But most of all, I know the feeling of seeing our schools and our children get shortchanged. I will make sure our schools are safe and exciting places to learn. And I will not allow our children to owe money into the future for decisions our officials make today. My commitment comes from experiences that we share, and my courage comes from the eyes of our children.
Courage and commitment. Paid for by the committee to elect NBU, Ricardo Bordalio, Treasurer.
This is Narissa Underwood, and I approve this ad.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charity, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sidus Ma'asi Matson.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Tourism, it's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafne, welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center in Agana with my Core 6 classmate, Monica. And so, Monica, how is the program going for you so far?
It's going good. It's a real challenge. It's been pushing me beyond the limits I knew I had. I didn't think I could push this much, but it's really good.
Definitely. I feel the same way. Every class, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I just throw you into it. But Coach Greg, Coach Des are really good at leading us through the movements. And so let's talk about today's class. We're entering week, is it, oh my gosh, almost week 5.
Week 4. We're finishing week 4 today. Today's class was really good. It was enough of a switch. You're bouncing about so that I didn't feel overexhausted myself, but I know for some people that's harder. You know, everyone has their differences, but it was a tough class. Every class is a tough class. And as I said, it pushes you beyond what you think you can do.
Definitely. And so a lot of our classes have to do with circuit training, and we go through these intervals. So maybe 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 45 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, and things like that. You just go around and do the different exercises that the coaches tell you to do. And for those who don't know, you know, Core 6 is a 6-week program at Paradise Fitness Center, which is kind of meant to help throw you in the right direction when it comes to your fitness goals. So for people who are athletes but they want to learn how to do a different method of exercise, or people who have never been to the gym before but they just want to get going, learn, you know, the basic movements, basic weights. So what motivated you to join Core 6?
Well, I was really wanting to change where I'm at health-wise. I had lost a lot of weight, but then was gaining it back, and I knew I needed to do something. So a coworker actually told me that they were joining, and they're like, you know, you should do it. And so I looked at it and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I knew if I put the money in, I'm going to show up. Okay, so I put the money in and I've been showing up.
All right, and we're more than halfway through. So it's actually, you know, the first few weeks I was really gung-ho about it. I was like, yes, Core 6. I was like getting all my workout clothes ready, but now it's getting, you know, harder. It's more of a, you definitely have to be consistent. That's one thing about Core 6 is it forces you to be consistent. So whereas if I was just going to the gym on my own, 3 weeks, I'd be gung-ho about it, but then I'd kind of fall off again. Yeah, so that's one good thing I think about this program, and I've definitely seen some results. So I feel stronger. I definitely feel like I have more energy throughout the class. How about you? What are some of the differences you've noticed from beginning to where we are now?
Definitely more energy. My weight's been maintaining, losing a little bit. The biggest thing I really notice is I'm very conscious of my choices, because after you put in all this hard work doing a workout, you don't want to go and make stupid choices and undo everything you just did. And so for me, that's been a big benefit. Makes me more aware of what I'm doing with both my activities and my food choices.
Definitely. So, you know, when you mentioned that this helps you be more conscious of the choices you're making, we have these nutritional workshops. So we've had a couple so far. What do you think of those?
I think they're awesome. You get a lot of information, and not only in the workshops, but also we have a WhatsApp chat group. And so if you have a question in between, you can just pop it on there, and the coaches are awesome. They sit there and they'll answer your questions. And not only that, the classmates, we encourage one another. And so it's really been an awesome tool.
I think it's definitely important to have that feedback from people like our coaches who kind of have a little bit more experience, especially.
They're amazing.
Thank you, Coach Greg, Coach Des. And, you know, you mentioned the WhatsApp group. And in the beginning, a lot of people had a lot of questions. You know, a lot of us joined this group to kickstart our fitness goals. We want to get stronger. We want to get more in shape. We want to lose weight. But a lot of us have the same question. So we hear about these fad diets like, oh, no carbs, or, oh, those protein shakes. And so those are some of the things that have come out in our groups. And I think it's really important because even me, a lot of people ask me about these shakes, and I always wondered about it. But then getting that feedback that, you know, it's not good to just totally deprive your body of food in order to lose weight. You have to do it the healthy way, because using things like that aren't as sustainable.
I don't think they're sustainable. I think you need balance in everything. And that's part of what this teaches you, both in the nutrition and in the exercise, you know. And so if you get that balance, it's going to make a big difference, because that's something you can carry on. You do a fad diet, you can't carry that on into the next month, the next year, on down the road. And so, yeah, this is something that can work. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet.
And so you mentioned that this class has made you, the big difference is you've noticed you've become more conscious of your choices, not only with your diet, but also your activities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, a lot of times you can sit there and feel too tired to get up and go do some exercise, but you think about the class and you're too tired to come to class, but then you come and you leave and you actually, as tired as you are, you feel more energized. And so then you become more conscious that, okay, no, I don't feel like doing this, but I know I'm going to feel better afterwards if I do it. And you get up and you push yourself.
Definitely. And that's one thing I think is also good about the group environment. So every week we come to these classes 3 times a week, and it's not just our coaches there. it's our coaches and our classmates. And so for me, that makes a big difference because sometimes these workouts are pretty hard. So halfway through, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. But then you look to your left, you look to your right, you see all your classmates doing it too. Even if they're having a hard time, they're still pushing through it. So I think that's been a big motivator for me too.
It has. You've got people who are in better shape than you, and it's easier for them. You've got people who aren't as in good of shape as you, and it's harder for them. So you don't feel like you're on the outside. You know, it's for any fitness level. So it doesn't matter if you're just starting out your fitness journey or if you've been working on it and you just want something to add to it. It's a great program either way.
Definitely. So, you know, just to close out, do you have any advice, you know, for people who are looking, who want to get in shape, want to make a lifestyle change? Would you recommend this class, or what advice would you give to them?
I would say if you're really serious about wanting to make a change when they start the class next year, join. I'm going to do it again. I really will. And it'll make a difference. If you do your part, the coaches, they're amazing. They do their part. And your classmates, they'll work with you. So if you do your part, it's going to make a difference.
All right. Thank you so much. Definitely look into Course 6. You can find out more about this class at Paradise Fitness Center. Well, stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafne, welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center with Chris Barnett to talk about Core 6. So if you haven't heard, Chris, what is Core 6?
Well, Core 6 is a 6-week, I don't want to say death camp. It's a, it's a 6-week kind of like a transformation class. There are people from all different fitness levels in here, from people who are already fit to people who are trying to start their fitness journey. So it's a real good mix of different people, and really doing this kind of thing. I know I couldn't do it on my own. So being involved with this class, now that we're wrapping up week 4, I really feel that, like I would keep saying, it's that pack mentality, and working in a group, it makes it a lot easier. Like a school of fish, you swim together, you get to that destination together. And I think that's one of the great things about this class is that, the coaches are very understanding about everyone's different fitness levels, but at the same time, week in, week out, class after class, they make sure that they're challenging everybody.
Definitely. So again, it's a 6-week fitness program. And so you have coaches that are with you throughout your journey. They lead the classes 3 times a week. You also get homework outside the class, and we're not talking about a written paper. We're talking about homework at the gym. So they tell you to go, do 60 minutes of cardio, so many push-ups, so many sit-ups. And on top of the classes and the homework, we also get a nutritional component. So throughout the course of the 6 weeks, we'll have these nutritional workshops. And so that's where the coaches kind of explain to us the basics of our diet, what we should be looking for as far as healthy choices, what we should be avoiding, and of course, how this is going to impact our fitness goals and the progress we're making throughout the class, because we all know that nutrition is a big part of fitness. Yeah. And also it comes with a group chat. So throughout the week, we all send, pictures of our workout. If we have any questions, we ask our coaches. And so Chris and I have been doing this class for the past 4 weeks, and we're just starting to wrap up. So it's definitely been a challenge, but what's been your experience so far?
Man, I'm loving it. From the very first week of classes, I was like dead in the first 10 minutes, and I'm feeling much more confident. I lost 10 pounds, so that's great. I'm starting to be able to fit into some of my old shirts, and I'm finding that even though the workouts keep getting more and more challenging, that I'm able to finish them through the class. And whereas in the first week or two, I was dreading going to class, now I'm like, all right, we have class today. I mean, I don't know what's happening with me. And one of the real great things that happened with me is last week, my 5-year-old was asking me about me going to this class, and I was telling him, I'm trying to, get buff, and I showed him my muscles, and he just freaked out. And like the whole rest of the day, I kind of teared up. He everywhere he went, he kept saying, look at my daddy's muscles. So, to be able to, have my kids look up to me in that way, it's something new for me, and it's definitely made taking this class very worthwhile.
Definitely. I think it's been a really challenging but also really rewarding class. I lost a little bit of weight, but more so I think it's fitting back into my clothes. For a while, there were some of my clothes that I just couldn't fit into anymore. They were just too tight, but I refused to let them go, so they were just hanging there waiting for me. Waiting for me to go to course 6. So I finally went to course 6, and it's been a really good experience. I'm really enjoying myself every class, and I think the biggest thing is that it forces you to be consistent. So we haven't missed a single class so far for the past 4 weeks. And so for a lot of people, we get into our modes where, we're gonna get fit, and so we go to the gym 5 times, or we go to the gym for 2 weeks consistently, and then we just kind of fall off. And so I think the biggest part is this is 6 weeks long. It forces you to maintain that consistency for an extended period of time. And then that, of course, helps reinforce positive habits, positive workout habits, not only that, but positive eating habits. And so I definitely want to see where I go after the class. Hopefully there's another Core 6 class we can join, but if not, these are definitely skills that we can take home with us and implement in our daily lives after the course.
Yeah. So definitely on the eating aspect and the consistency. I have this feeling that when I wake up and there's a Core 6 class that day, I don't really hear that voice that says, oh, you don't have to go, because I don't really want to let our teammates down, And as far as the eating, it's not just about like how much you eat, it's also what you eat. And I'm finding that, on our cheat days, because the coaches are very realistic. They say, hey, yeah, you can diet all day, until you're blue in the face, but you got to have those times where you treat yourself or you reward yourself. And I did that last week. And I tried to have a burger, and I actually couldn't finish it, which is crazy because, before I started this class, I used to eat like 2 burgers. So I don't know if it was and I ate half of it, and I actually felt so heavy and gross. Like, I don't know what's happening to me, but I kind of like it. And so I'm really conscious about what I'm putting in, knowing that I'm going to have to work it out. And now, so I'm really trying to limit myself. I still eat food that's good, but I'm finding that, food that's healthy is also tasty too.
Okay, well, I have to be honest. Even though we haven't missed a single class, the one place where, or one aspect where I've been falling off a little bit is diet. So I started off before the class, I was doing pretty good with my diet. I was eating mainly vegetarian. And then, after so many weeks of working out so much, you just get really hungry. And so I was like, I can eat a little more fried food. I can eat a little bit more dessert. And so I think I kind of took that a little too far. So the last week or so, I've had ice cream maybe 3 times or 4 times. Yeah. Ate a lot, had a couple buffets. But so hopefully that's where I'm going to, get down to business the last couple weeks and rein in my diet. And hopefully that'll make a bigger difference as far as results.
Yeah. And, you did eat ice cream, 3 or 4 times, but the bonus is that you're hitting the gym and you're working out consistently. Whereas before, we'd sit there like eating these big meals and it's just like piling on the pounds. So it's good to like treat yourself, and it's not like, in your defense, it's not like you ate a whole gallon of ice cream. I mean, she had like a little sip and she felt so guilty about it for days that I never heard the end of it. So, I mean, you got to treat yourself. And I love the way this class is realistic about that. I mean, you can't just jump into some, vegetarian diet full bore. And then plus, because you're building a lot of muscle in this class, you got to get that protein in. So, hey, be proud of yourself, Issa.
Okay, so it's all about balance, Maybe not ice cream 3 times a week, maybe just twice. All right, well, that's our recap for me and Chris and our progress for Course 6. Stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your 4th meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. You can make it all true. And you can make it undo. You see, you only need to know. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do. You know that there are, you know that there are.
Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
WestCare Pacific Islands is part of a family of nonprofit organizations providing vital behavioral health services to the most vulnerable populations of the communities in which we serve. Reaching out to those most in need, WCPI offers targeted services for persons with mental illness, the homeless, youth, those who may be afflicted with HIV or AIDS, and veterans. The Supportive Services for Veteran Families program assists low or very low income veteran families residing in or transitioning to permanent housing. These services are designed to increase the housing stability of veteran families that are at risk or experiencing homelessness. With that being said, WestCare is set to host its first Veterans Home Run 5K Run Walk event on Saturday, October 29th at the Teason Baseball Field. The event supports WCPI's efforts to continue uplifting the human spirit for our veterans and their families. Over 280 homeless veterans and veteran households at risk of homelessness have been served through the SSVF program since it began back in 2014. Proceeds from the event will benefit program efforts. Showtime is at 5 a.m. and go time is at 6 a.m. You can register at Hornet Sporting Goods, WestCare Pacific Islands office located in the Reflection Center in Hagåtña, or online at www.homerunforvets5k.eventbrite.com. It's just $5 per person, $18 for a family or group of 4, $4 for students, and $7 on race day. For more information about the event, or if you would like to assist, you can contact Mike Martinez at 482-9001. Let's help WCPI hit a home run in their fundraising efforts for this critical mission.
Well, that's it for tonight's show. Don't forget, if there's a health, home, or lifestyle topic you'd like to see us cover, email me at isa@kuam.com. We'll see you next week, and stay healthy, Guam.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.